This contest is being played in accordance with the rules of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Each person is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this contest at the highest level of competition and show good sportsmanship towards opponents, visitors, and the officials. And now for our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Wichita South Titans, a 6-foot senior, number 4.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. The basketball game of the week is on the air now.
Well, hello everybody and welcome back into Maybe Arena. Tyler Henry alongside you, Nate King handling camera duties tonight. It's the final game of day 2 of the SIT, the Salina Invitational Tournament, and we are live as we set the bracket here. The final game to determine who goes to the championship game tomorrow and who will be headed back here tomorrow morning to play for 3rd place. Our final matchup sees the 1-seeded Abilene Cowboys, who come in today state ranked, still undefeated at 8-0. They will take on a Wichita South team that comes in, granted at 4-6, but a team that has been hampered by a really tough schedule, taking on some of the best teams that the greater Wichita area has to offer. Starting lineups are being announced here inside the arena, and let's go ahead and meet them now. We'll begin with the quote-unquote visitors, the lower-seeded team here in the bracket, and that sees the Wichita South Titans, who will start Jonathan Howard, a 6-foot senior guard, a 6'2" junior forward in Jackson Howard, a 5'7" guard in Davian Carter, a 6'8" junior forward in Parker Hargrave, and a 6'3" senior guard in Gabriel Huerta. Meanwhile, for the Abilene Cowboys, again, this is a team that has been rolling since day 1. They come in undefeated at 8-0. They are 3-0 in NCKL play, and they would love nothing more than an opportunity to play for a SIT championship tomorrow. They will start a 6'1" senior guard in Brax Fisher, who averages 20. Yes, that's right, 20 points per game. He will round out a backcourt that will also include a 5'10" senior guard in Zach Miller and a 6'2" senior guard in Stockton Timbrook. In the front court, it's a 6'1" senior forward in Keaton Hargrave and a 6'4" junior forward in Tyler Holloway. We are just about ready to get this one underway. Wichita South comes out in their all-blue jerseys, red numerals trimmed in white. Meanwhile, for Abilene, it's the all-white jerseys, orange numerals trimmed in black. Tyler Holloway is in the jump circle for the Cowboys. Parker Hargrave in the circle for the Titans. And the squad in blue will win the tip. They will possess it here to start this game as we are underway. The final semifinal game, and an early dump off and an early lay-in for Parker Hargrave will give the lead to the Titans. Again, looking to make a statement here early in this contest. Abilene will take it up here for their first offensive possession. They trail 2-0. Ball back in the hands of Stockton Timbrook. He's got it on the left wing right now. Dumps this off, swinging around to Keaton Hargrave, back in between the circles. Right now, Abilene settling into their offense, just trying to get things rolling here. Stockton Timbrook will take another touch here, top of the key. He'll swing it back to Fisher, who fires a 3. That's off the mark, but the offensive rebound is taken in by Fisher. They will work the ball back around the perimeter here, looking for another good shot. Never a bad shot for Brax Fisher. Here another 3-pointer flies. That's off the mark once again. The rebound pulled in by Jonathan Howard. Howard will fire it up the floor, and offensive foul is the call. The first of the day picked up by Howard. And that will lead to Abilene taking the basketball back here. Had to confirm it is in fact on Jackson Howard. First bucket of the day, and the only bucket so far belongs to Parker Hargrave. You may look at the schedules and wonder how Abilene is the 1 seed. Obviously record the bigger factor in that, but this is a Wichita South team that comes in from 6A. So they're playing down 2 levels, a 4A squad in Abilene, and that's how you see this turn into, could be a really perplexing matchup. A lot more size on this Wichita South team. A little less technique, as we've got a whistle and a foul. That's going to negate a Zach Miller 3-point make. But it is the first foul of the day on Jonathan Howard, and I'll tell you what, if Abilene can find a way to get Howard in some foul trouble, he is the heart and soul of this team. 15.8 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 3.2 assists. He leads the team in almost every category you can think of. And he picks up his first foul here in a 2-0 ball game. Abilene back to work, swinging around into the paint, now back on the wing. kick out for a Stockton Timbrook 3. It's an air ball off the mark. They'll try to save it, but all they do is throw it right into the Wichita South bench. And it remains an early 2-0 lead for the Titans. Trying to break a light press here, nothing too hectic. But again, for the Abilene Cowboys, trying to cause some chaos and get out on the run. Ball back to Hargrave, and another offensive foul. That's going to be the first on Hargrave. He went right into the body of a set Stockton Timbrook. Not going to get away with that. And we've got a whistle and our first timeout of the day. It's a 30-second timeout. It gives us a moment to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Salina Septic Service, and Commercial Tire Center. 6:07 left to go, 2-0 ball game here early on in this one. Again, still working our way through the early portion of this. And so far, you see Wichita South wants to use their size to their advantage. Abilene's got more shooters on the outside. And Abilene, after forcing the offensive foul, will take it back. Full court press going to be dialed up here once again by the Titans. We'll see how token it is, although committing to it out of the gate at the very least. Abilene looking to break it, trying to settle into the half court. They will turn it over, but it's going to be poked away from behind. Heads up play there for Tyler Holloway. And another chance for Abilene to pry the lid off this rim. Still looking for their first bucket of the day. It's been an abnormally slow start as they've got it in between the circles with Keaton Hargrave. Hargrave takes it back on the left wing, immediately smothered on the outside, not given any room to breathe, much less shoot. Here they swing the ball into the corner. Brax Fisher will bury the tray. I need to correct the net there. Fisher's got his first bucket of the night. Again, averages 20 points a game. Unbelievable stats out of Brax Fisher. He's shooting 58% from the floor, 37% from downtown, and averaging 21 points per game. Jonathan Howard, who has not attempted a shot yet in this game, will dish it off underneath. Ball's going to be deflected. They do get it to the big fella inside, and you get the feeling they want to lean on Parker Hargrave. He's 6'8" and will challenge Tyler Holloway down low. That's going to be the matchup to watch as this game goes on. 3 minutes gone by, 5 minutes remaining. Ball back in the corner. Fisher, same spot, this time a little off the mark. Timbrook tries to pull down the rebound, and a whistle and a foul going to be called here on Jackson Howard. That is Howard's second. He picks up 2 quick ones to start this game, and Abilene is going to get the ball back here. Fisher will be the inbounder here. Gets it into Holloway, swings it back at the top to Miller. Back to Fisher, out to Miller, three-pointer, straightaway distance, yes sir. Zach Miller on the board, and the Cowboys with back-to-back threes find themselves in the lead. First Cowboy lead of the night, 4:37 left to go. Dumped off here, back to Hargrave. Pulled out now in the hands of Jalen Manning, freshly checked into the game, back to Jonathan Howard on the outside. And for as much as we expected Howard to be involved in this game, he's been quiet early as a pump fake in the corner. Sets up what would have been a baseline jumper. Howard takes his first shot. It's no good. Rebound pulled in by Fisher. Cowboys on the run. Fisher, a Euro step, and jump ball going to be the call. Arrow points Cowboys. And Abilene, once again, will keep it down here on their scoring end. Sub going to be made here. Kendrell Ransom checks into the game. He'll replace Davian Carter. And the Cowboys will look to throw it in once again from the baseline. They get it to Holloway, back around to Miller, now to Timbrook. Those two playing a game of catch on the wing. Comes back out, Timbrook left open, he'll fire. Off the mark again, tough start for Timbrook, just 0 for 2, but neither shot near the mark. Somehow though, the offensive rebound stolen away by Fisher. Brax Fisher right out to Holloway, wants to get downhill, throws a ball that's going to be tipped into the corner. Keaton Hargrave a three, yes sir! Abilene, 3 straight triples after going down 4-0. And again, the net gets stuck up there on the rim. Well, you don't see that all that often, much less on back-to-back three-point makes. But it gives a 5-point lead to the Cowboys, and they're playing like the 1 seed. Doesn't really seem to matter what classification their opponents are against, but you love seeing this out of the little 4A school, taking on the 6A squad here on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University. Back the other way, once again, Wichita South. They got off to the early 4-0 lead. Since then, they've conceded a 9-0 run. They need a bucket, they need it back. They will swing it back around. Jalen Manning has the ball in between the circles. 3:27 to go, first quarter. Swing pass back on the opposite wing. Kendrell Ransom. Now back to Jalen Manning. This zone defense for Abilene is giving Wichita South fits, and they haven't been able to get Hargrave involved inside. Here they will get an open three-pointer of their own. That's off the mark again. And it's going to be Abilene basketball. And here's the problem if you're Wichita South. They only shoot the 3 at a 22% clip. They really do rely on utilizing their size and getting the ball down low. And since the first couple of possessions, Abilene's made an adjustment, and that has simply not been there for the Titans. Weston Rock has checked into the ball game here, as has Tegan Funston. A couple of the secondary team coming in for Abilene, but again, they go pretty deep. Here, though, they're going to turn it around or turn it over. It's a 2-on-1. It's a sweet feed that'll lead to an easy lay-in for Jonathan Howard, and that will help to trim the lead down just a little bit. 9-6 our score. Abilene back up the floor. Almost lost it there, but they will get it back to Fisher. Fisher swings it around. They'll dump it off on the block. Big size disadvantage. Now they save the ball, almost threw it away. Cross-court pass going to be tipped away. It will come up here to Gabriel Huerta, and Huerta takes it into a sea of white and drops it in for 2 more to cut the lead down to 1. Been a fun battle so far. Stockton Timbrook wants to go baseline, and he'll take a bump. And if that's on Parker Hargrave, that's huge. Let's see. It is not. It's on Kendrell Ransom, so it's just his first. Would have been Hargrave's second. Either way, Abilene will inbound under their own basket. And the first free throw is up and good. Second free throw off the mark. Rebound pulled in by Hargrave. 10-8 the Abilene lead after the 1-for-2 trip. Miss underneath will lead to an Abilene rebound and a run out the other way. Abilene will fire another three-pointer. This one is off the mark. And the rebound is hauled in by Kendrell Ransom. Ransom a behind-the-back dribble, slices to the inside, a Euro step and a lefty lay-in. And the game is tied. Boy, nifty move for Kendrell Ransom, the 5'11 senior. And the Titans are right back in it. It's been a good back-and-forth battle so far. Here the ball stolen away. Brax Fisher will save possession for his team. Ball dumped back into the corner. That finds Ian Crump. Now back to Fisher. 1:08 left to go. Back to Crump. About a 3. Pump fakes. And, yep, shuffled his feet. It's going to be a travel on the junior. 1:05 left to go. Wichita South looking for their first lead since the early 4-0 advantage. Jalen Manning looking to push the ball up the floor here. And it's another turnover. And a foul here, and what's the call on the floor? That is going to be the second foul on Parker Hargrave. And you can hear the excitement out of the Abilene crowd that's made the trip to be here today. Hargrave's going to stay on the floor with those 2 fouls, but they can ill afford to lose him. Free throws coming the other way for Tegan Funston, who drills the first. And you look at the scoreboard right now, 5-0 is the foul count. Abilene has not committed a foul yet. Wichita South going to have to be careful. They've got a couple of guys in trouble already, as Funston looks to put his team up by 2 and will do so here. Got a whistle and a quick stoppage here. They'll make Wichita South throw the ball back in. So the Titans looking to go the length of the court, get it into Jonathan Howard. Howard momentarily lost it. Now has it again. The big Coyote logo at center court. Throws a two-handed bullet down low, and it's laid in by Kendra Ransom. That is a huge bucket. Now the ball fired back up the floor. Almost lost it. And it comes back down to Ransom again. Final 30 seconds. Looks like the Titans want to put the car in neutral, trying to take the lead at the end of the first quarter. Ransom picked up by Rock. Steps to his right. Kicks in the corner. Still a lot of time left. Ransom a three. In and out, no good. Rebound Fisher. Abilene will try to get it up the floor. Great feed. That will find Weston Rock, who takes the contact. And it's going to be the second foul on Kendra Ransom, and more free throws coming here for the Abilene Cowboys. First free throw is up and good. Abilene capitalizing on their free throw opportunities. Rock misses that one, but already 5 makes an offensive board. Timbrook tried to take a quick turnaround jumper. May have had time for something a little bit easier. Ball thrown up the floor. Titans with one more feed. Running out of time. They're not going to get a shot off. And that is how the quarter will come to an end. We've got a battle on our hands. It's the semifinal matchup between Abilene and Wichita South. And it's a 1-point Cowboy lead at the break. We'll step away, back with more when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back in once again here to Maybe Arena. Tyler Henry alongside you. Nate King handling camera duties for this one, and Abilene had and continues to have, after a bad air ball miss, a 1-point lead, although they may lose out here as that's laid in by Sloan Barnes. It's his first bucket of the night, and it delivers the lead back to the Titans. Again, this is a Wichita South team that comes in 4-6. 2 of those wins came over the same team in Liberal, who they knocked off to open SIT play and also knocked off back in the regular season. But they are a 6A squad taking on the 4A Cowboys, who just do not seem bothered. That is a great lay-in for Stockton Timbrook, and it redelivers the lead to Abilene. Jalen Manning back on the basketball. They've got it on the perimeter. 7:13 left to go. Now back in the corner, another three-pointer. This is off the mark. And, ooh, hard foul there. May have been a little bit exaggerated, but Fisher definitely came in and made hard contact and still down on the ground. It's the last thing you want to see is a member of the Titans there. A little bit shaken up. They are gonna, I think, go and have a look at him. Struggling to get up there. They will check in Jackson Howard in his stead. Another sub was made as Sloan Barnes comes off the floor. And this is a good sign. Cheering and able to walk off under his own power is Gabriel Huerta, one of the 5 starters for Wichita South in this game. But you wonder if he'll be available to return at any point tonight. In the meantime, 7:07 to go, second quarter just underway. And a 1-point lead for Abilene, once again undone by Jonathan Howard. Big lay in there. Stockton Timbrook trying to get the ball across the timeline, travels with the basketball. And Wichita South will bring it back across. They will fire it out. Swing it around. Once again, this finds Howard. Howard goes up strong. Some kind of a new issue here is, yep, that foul's going to be called here on Tyler Holloway. For Holloway, it's his first.
At the line for the Titans, number 10, Jackson Howard.
Second free throw for the Titans on the way, no good. They do reclaim the lead, 16-15. Abilene looking to take it back the other way. And they've got it now. Timbrook, swing pass, NBA range three-pointer just off the mark. Zach Miller almost knocked it down. He's got the green light to shoot from that distance, but now a chance for the Titans to extend their lead. They will dump it off here on the block. That's the big fella once again, going to work in the paint. Can't get the shot to go, can Parker Hardgrave, and the rebound pulled in. Pushing it up the floor here, this is Timbrook, out to Fisher. Fisher immediately double-teamed, has it wrestled away from him. Great defense by Jalen Manning. And Manning wants to get out of the run, shovels it out for a three-pointer. That's off the mark, but an offensive rebound for Jackson Howard. Manning has it, back across. Jonathan Howard recollects right wing, steps in for a free throw line jumper, left it a little too strong. And a foul's gonna be called on Parker Hardgrave, and that's his third. Boy, Hardgrave just kind of standing there, but he's a big body. Made the contact, and yeah, it's a big foul for Wichita South. He averages 15 points a game as well. On a team that averages 41 points a game, 2 players consist of 15 each to make up darn near 75% of the output. And one of those guys is just checked out with 3 fouls. Abilene's got it with Timbrook. 1-point deficit. Ball back off here to Keaton Hargrave. Hargrave back to Timbrook. Working it around to Zach Miller. Again, keeping it on the perimeter. Have not tried to play through the paint. Haven't really needed to. And another 3-ball flies. It's off the mark for Zach Miller. They will throw it up the floor. Howard back to Howard. Multiple Howards on the floor. You got Jackson and Jonathan. Kick out in the corner. Rise and release. Sloan Barnes in and out, no good. Rebound Abilene. And the Cowboys back up the floor once again. Slipping a little bit there. Losing the traction was Hargrave. There's a post touch for Tyler Holloway. He's been removed from the action with Hargrave on the floor, but with Hargrave out, they have an opportunity here. Gets a high post touch, wants to go to work. Back to the basket. Gets his defender in the air and then lays it in for 2. That's a big bucket for Tyler Holloway. It puts the Cowboys back in the driver's seat of this game. 4:19 left to go, 17-16, the Abilene lead. And the ball back in the hands of Jalen Manning. They will continue working the ball around the perimeter. You would expect with Hargrave off the floor, we're now going to see Wichita South with less of a post presence. This is where Tyler Holloway can really come in and play his game. Howard steps in, baseline jumper, finally crawls through, and the Titans reclaim the lead as these two teams continue to trade punches back and forth. Brax Fisher able to break the press here. Recollects. Again, Abilene staying patient here on the outside now with Hargrave. He gets a brief lane and then kicks back out. Zach Miller back to Timbrook. Timbrook still on it. Cowboy quarterback during football season. This is the most patient we've really seen Abilene all night. As they lob it up here to Hargrave. Now pass it into Holloway. Holloway wants to go inside and drops it in again. Back-to-back buckets for Tyler Holloway. Back to a 1-point Abilene lead here with 3 minutes to go in the first half. First post touch we've seen for somebody not named Parker Hargrave. Immediately they'll kick it back out. Three-pointers have started going down here as the ball's deflected, tipped around, going up. Count the foul, no bucket. And Sloan Barnes, the 6'3" senior, will go to the line.
Number 32, Tyler Holloway, his second personal foul. At the line for the Titans, number 5, Sloan Barnes.
First free throw up and in. Barnes to break the deadlock. Will not. And a lot of contact on the rebound. Titans stepped on the line there, the baseline. And the Cowboys will take back over. A sub will be made. Gabriel Huerta back in the game. That's a good sight. With how hard he went down earlier, we weren't sure if he was going to be able to continue. But back in the ball game here in the same quarter where he got dinged. Stockton Timbrook brings the ball up the floor here for the Cowboys, looking to retake the lead. 19 all our score. Ball back on the outside in the hands of Weston Rock. Rock dumps it off. Ball screen here for Fisher. Wonder if Fisher might get more involved. It's been a relatively quiet night for Brax Fisher, just the one made three. And now a jump ball, and the arrow once again points Abilene. It's one of those games for a guy that averages 21 points a game. They've done a good job doubling him on the outside, but got to find ways to get Brax Fisher involved. Hasn't been missing a lot of shots, just hasn't taken very many. Stockton Timbrook will get the ball in here. He'll do so to Ian Crump. Now a drive on the inside, a wild shot, no good. Rebound pulled in Howard. They want to press the floor here with Jonathan Howard, and he'll lay it in with the right hand. The Titans retake the lead. 21-19. SIT semifinal action. Once again, a trip to the championship game tomorrow on the line. Brax Fisher curls around, has his pocket pick, ball thrown back up the floor. This is Jonathan Howard again in transition, no good. Stick back, no good, but the rebound pulled in by Timbrook. And the Cowboys survive the run. Abilene goes to Funston, another steal. Jonathan Howard, involved on all of these, is going to be stripped and blocked from behind, and then a foul committed here by Gabriel Huerta. That'll be his first. It's the third on the Titans here in the quarter. Offenses have both ground to a halt here. At one point, punching back and forth now. Just kind of waiting each other out. A full timeout's going to be taken. We will take it as well. Wichita South holds a 2-point lead, 21-19 over the Abilene Cowboys. You are watching and listening to SIT semifinal action here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Welcome back in here to Maybe Arena, home of the Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes. Speaking of Kansas Wesleyan, we'll have coverage of K-Dub's games against Oklahoma Wesleyan. Those coming up here this Saturday at 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Find those on KINA. But here it's the Abilene Cowboys down by 2 to Wichita South. We've got a minute 14 remaining in a 21-19 ball game. Still working our way through the first half of action here. And Abilene will dump this off. Beautiful backdoor cut, but the ball crawls all the way around and then out on Ian Crump. Whistle and a foul, though, goes against Wichita South, and that's really been the biggest difference between these two teams. Just undisciplined play for the Titans of Wichita South, and it's given Abilene a lot of opportunities. Abilene looking to throw this into Timbrook. That's going to be stolen away. 3-on-3 ball thrown up the floor to Jonathan Howard. He'll give it up in an easy lay-in for Jackson Howard. There are 3 Howard brothers on this team, Jackson, Jamison, and Jonathan. At one point in this game, we had all 3 of them on the floor. So no, you're not going crazy. Just 3 siblings playing in the same ball game. Thing you see every now and then at the high school level. Here it's Abilene. They trail by the most they have since it was a 4-0 ball game. It's a 4-point deficit. Kick this out. Wing 3 flies. That's off the mark, but the rebound is hauled in. Free throw line jumper is on the way and in for Ian Crump. Final 20 seconds in a 2-point game. Out on the run here. Ball's going to be swatted away, but not in time. Time down now to 14 seconds. 25-21. Whistle and a foul. They're going to call that on Kendrell Ransom. For Ransom, that is his 3rd. So they'll have to check him out. They'll return Jalen Manning to the game. And we resume play. Final 7 seconds. Cowboys looking for a bucket here at the end. Timbrook fires away from 3. That's off the mark, and that's how the first half will come to an end. So Abilene makes a late run, but it's the Titans of, wow, boy, we got a fight brewing. Wonder if this is going to result in a technical. We'll keep you live here until we can sort this out, but we had players itching for a fight. They're still jarred, still jawing at each other, and we're going to have to sort this out, but Jackson Howard was mixed up right in the middle of it. Trying to hear the scorer's table here. And it looks like with no contact made or punches thrown, we are going to move on and move into the halftime break. If there's any change to that, we'll let you know. But for now, we will step away, back with more coverage of the semifinals of the SIT right here on the Salina Post.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building. ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefit is an equal opportunity employer.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at salinapaintballcomplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
The Jeep Black Friday sales event is your chance to save big all month long. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors in Salina. Take 10% off MSRP on the 23 Grand Cherokee. That's $9,500 off. If it's a Jeep Gladiator you've been looking at, now you can get up to $14,000 off a new Jeep Gladiator Sport. Shop everything Jeep, new and pre-owned. Save big at the Black Friday sales event at Marshall Motors in Salina and online at marshallmotor.com.
It's the holidays, the most glorious time of the year. Friends and family coming to your home to celebrate with dinner, drinks, and that terrible, horrendous smell. What is that? That is your septic system backing up into your home and making your holiday stink. If you haven't had your septic system pumped out and cleaned in the last 3 years, you're asking for trouble. Call Salina Septic Service today, and we will make sure your holiday is jolly and bright. Salina Septic Service, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and worry-free holiday season.
It's the holiday season, and that means holiday gifts for you from Salina Medical Aesthetics. Now through the end of the year, purchase 1 syringe of filler and get 10 units of Botox as your holiday gift. Cruise into winter with the SME Brighten and Tighten Laser Package. 4 dye VL and 4 clear lift treatments for face and neck. Just $2,500. Botox is also 10% off. Treat yourself or those you love with specials and gift cards from Salina Medical Aesthetics. See more online with social media and salinamedesthetics.org.
Welcome back in here to Maybe Arena. It's time for the halftime report. But before we go any further, I want to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by our friends at Elite Sports Paintball Complex, APAC Shears, and the Bennington State Bank. Time now for us to take a look around at our area scoreboard presented by Salina Surgical Hospital. Let's take a look at other games that took place in the SIT. And we'll start with yesterday's results. On the girls' side, Andover defeated Junction City 66-8. Salina Central fell to Liberal 47-42. Salina South defeated Abilene 30-28. And Great Bend knocked off Bueller 44-26. Here today in the second round on the women's side, Andover thrashed Liberal 67-39, and Great Bend escaped with a win over Salina South 44-37. So it will be Andover and Great Bend playing for the championship tomorrow back here at Maybe Arena. On the third place game, it'll be Salina South and Liberal, and we will have coverage of that game for you right here at 10 a.m. on the Salina Post. On the boys' side of things here in the SIT, Abilene knocked off Salina South 65-47 in the opening round yesterday. This Wichita South team knocked off Liberal 62-39. And on the other side of the bracket, Great Bend took it to Bueller 74-33, while Andover got by Salina Central 69-53. In the other semifinal here on the boys' side, Andover defeated Great Bend 65-58, and they await the winner of this game between Abilene and Wichita South tomorrow in the championship game, which currently sits as a 25-21 lead for the visiting Titans. We will step away, but when we come back, it's the third quarter of action. Again, Wichita South in the lead, 25-21. You are listening to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, and it's right here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our Ninth Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Welcome back here inside Maybe Arena. Tyler Henry alongside Nathan King handling camera duties. And a very special guest with us today, Tyler Marpus, our master statistician, to my right here at the scorer's table. Glad to have you with us for semifinal coverage here of the SIT from Maybe Arena on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan. And at the break, a 25-21 lead here for Wichita South. They come in as the, you can call them what you want, 4th seed, the 5th seed here in bracket play, but either way you want to look at it, they are the bigger team, both in terms of size on the floor and certainly in terms of attendance. A 6A school taking on a 4A school, but Abilene's the 1 seed in the tournament. They're undefeated coming into this game, and they have held their own. A big part of that has been keeping Parker Hargrave off the floor and in foul trouble. Hargrave, saddled with 3 fouls, is back out there right now, and we are ready to get the second half underway as these two take to the floor once more. Again, 25-21 our score. Abilene trailing. There's a look underneath and a dump in there for Hargrave. When he's on the floor, this team's dynamic is just different, and Abilene going to have to contend with that. If they can get a 4th foul on him, that would be absolutely massive. Stockton Timbrook will run the point here on this play. He'll swing the ball back around into the hands of Zach Miller. Miller recollects on the wing. Abelene's gotten a lot of their efficiency from downtown. It's been a slow start for Brax Fisher. That's kind of the one downside in this game. He averages 21 points a game. He's got just 3 points here at the intermission. See if they try to run something for him, as we've already worked our way down to the first minute off the board here in the 3rd quarter. And this is Fisher on the basketball now. He will swing it around, back in the hands of Holloway. Now to Hargrave on the wing. Back to Miller, still patient, still trying to shake the defense loose. As Hargrave fires a pass, that finds Holloway, poked away, kick it out. 3-pointer will fly from the wing. That's off the mark, and the rebound pulled in here by Gabriel Huerta. Huerta fires one up the floor. That'll find the waiting hands of Davian Carter. And now it's Wichita South's team turn to try to build a lead. Again, the Titans have been the better team inside and in transition, but aside from that, Abilene has really come out and held their own. And again, you would expect that out of an undefeated state-ranked 1 seed. As a corner 3 will fly. That's off the mark, but skying for the rebound before having it poked away there was Hargrave. And he's got to be careful. Ball comes down to Fisher. Fisher, bobbing and weaving, will have it taken away. And we're going back the other way as Jonathan Howard will walk the ball across the timeline here for Wichita South. Wichita South, Titans, patient, up by 6. Trying to take their biggest lead of the night. Again, they got out to the early 4-0 lead. Held a solid advantage at the intermission, but since then have just kind of been slowing the pace. And even now, I mean, burning 30 seconds off the clock before they even go from the corner. They will give it up here on a half-court set play. Abilene swarming the cutting player. That was Hargrave underneath. Just nothing there for him. Once again in the corner. Howard on it. Picked up defensively by Miller. We'll give it up here to Huerta. Here's a baseline drive. A lot of contact and a blocking foul going to be called on Tyler Holloway. And the Abilene fans don't like it. Sub will be made here, as that is the 3rd foul on Tyler Holloway, who really is the best hope at guarding Hargrave. He is the only true forward on this team. And they will have to make a sub here and get a little bit younger and a little bit less experienced as the junior Holloway, now saddled with foul trouble. Ball comes in for the Titans. Pump fake Howard, steps in for a long 2 and splashes it home. And the Titans take their biggest lead of the night. They're up by 8. Final 5 minutes of quarter number 3. Still working the ball around here. Into the corner, 3-pointer flies, and it's knocked home by Zach Miller, who's got the answer to bring Abilene back within 5. Now they're going to steal it away. They've got a 2-on-2. Brax Fisher brings it up, wants to go all the way himself and left it short. Trying to steal the ball on the baseline, bodies on the deck, still trying to get a hold of it. And ultimately the Titans are going to take it away, but boy, you had to think that was one of the better opportunities for Abilene to get a bucket in transition. And a rare point-blank miss for Fisher. And now a block or a foul on the other side going to be called on Zach Miller. So Miller now has his first. Nobody on the floor for Abilene in any real foul trouble. But free throws coming for Davian Carter. Carter's first free throw. Up and good. Chance to restore the 7-point lead. Davian Carter at the stripe. And his second free throw, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound tipped away, and it'll find the hands of Keaton Hargrave. If you're Abilene, you gotta wonder how much of this strategy is gonna turn into clock melting, and I think they want to take a minute and talk it over. It's a full timeout, we'll take it as well. Back with more semifinal action from the SIT when we return. Titans lead the way over the Cowboys, 30-24, here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Welcome back here at Maybe Arena. Tyler Henry with you courtside as we continue working our way through third quarter action. 4:08 left to go. The Titans have come out and I wouldn't say taken a stranglehold on this game, but they've certainly looked like the team that is playing the game in the style that they want to play, more so than what Abilene has, at least here at this juncture of the game. We'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Grafey wants to make as his Cowboys working on it once again. Rax Fisher's got the ball in between the circles. But a couple of costly turnovers and a couple of misses in transition have really allowed Wichita South to get back in this. Hard two-handed pass, they'll swing it back around. Timbrook has it top of the key. Abilene remaining patient, although they're gonna have their pocket picked here. Jonathan Howard takes it away, wants to get out on the run, goes baseline, tries to hand it off. And it's last touch there by Weston Rock. So it stays with the Titans here in a 6-point game. Ball going to be thrown in here. Jonathan Howard looking to set something up in the half court. Dumps it off, gets it back, pump fakes on a three. Now he'll fire away, hand in his face, does not matter. Big three-point knockdown for Jonathan Howard. And again, the net goes down, and now we've got a Wichita South player down on the deck. Not sure what's going on there. Got tangled up maybe with Ian Crump. Either way, we play on, no whistle. 33-24 our score, 3:22 left to go. Still working our way through third quarter action. Cowboys down, needing some momentum, needing it badly. They will fire this to the inside. That finds taken Funston. Funston lost it on the deck, and it's another turnover. Wichita South looking to get out, looking to push. And an update on the other side of the bracket. We'll have that for you here in just a moment. But first, an offensive foul will give the ball back to Abilene. Salina South's boys, they battled valiantly, but they fall to Liberal 57-55. Abilene back up the floor. It's been a while since they've gotten a bucket. 2:48 left to go. They've just gone stagnant here on offense. Timbrook has it top of the key, passes out. Weston Rock, shovel into the corner. Three-pointer flies. That's left short. And the rebound out of bounds here. Wichita South has just got this zone going right now that Abilene cannot seem to solve. And they are taking away any and all open looks. It's been a while since Abilene got a shot off that was not contested, as they'll go into a token full court press here. It's going to be brought back up the floor by Howard. Pump fakes, has it stripped out of bounds, and Titan basketball. (33-24). Kendrell Ransom has it now, works his way around the perimeter. Titans will fire a 3 from Huerta, and that goes down. Another big, big tray, and it gives the Titans their biggest lead of the night. They're up by 12. Abilene starting to feel this one slip away just a bit. Again, this team came into this tournament undefeated. They were 7-0 before knocking off Salina South yesterday. Defeated a 5A opponent, now trying to beat a 6A opponent, and here just unable to solve the zone. That, though, will be the answer they've been looking for. Ian Crump knocks it down, and a 30-second timeout will be taken. That'll give us a chance to set you up for what you can expect tomorrow. Again, we'll be back here on the Salina Post. 2 more games of the week, both here in this very building. And our coverage tomorrow of the SIT winners bracket begins at 10 a.m. here at Kansas Wesleyan as the Salina South Lady Cougars take on Buhler in the 3rd place game on the girls' side. We'll also have coverage of whichever of the 2 games that Abilene finds themselves in. If that's the 3rd place game, it'll be at 11:30 here at this building. If it's the 1st place game for the championship, it'll be at 2:30 p.m. Either way, it is the first of 2 games on the Salina Post. And if you love basketball, well, we have 4 games for you coming up on Saturday. Kansas Wesleyan will be back here to take on Oklahoma Wesleyan. Women's game tips off at 6 o'clock. The men's game, which is a battle for first place in the KCAC, tips off at 8. So a loaded day on the hardwood tomorrow for you, but it all starts right here with the remaining minute 47 of the 3rd quarter. And into the 4th quarter here. Baseball pass up the floor, somehow comes down to its intended target. They will give that up, and it's a lay-in underneath for Huerta. Tell you what, I don't know what adjustments Wichita South made at halftime, but whatever it is working. This team is on fire right now. Here's a 3-pointer for Crump. That's off the mark. Rebound is going to be hauled in on the offensive end. A lot of contact, no whistle. Ball back out to Crump. Now it finds Brax Fisher, who hangs in the air, fires, and misses again. Rebound hauled in by Parker Ardgrave. But again, it's been a slow night for Brax Fisher, as we have got a whistle here and a foul on Weston Rock. Kendrell Ransom got tripped up on his way through the lane. And we got a new player checking in here, somebody that has not seen a ton of time at this tournament. As for Wichita South, checking in now and heading down to play the post is Cameron Watkins. Ball shoveled out into the corner, 3-pointer flies, that's off the mark. Rebound pulled in by the Cowboys. Abilene back the other way as we're inside the final minute of quarter number 3. Fisher on it, good touch, inside Timbrook, back out Fisher, 3-pointer on the way, off the mark again. Rebound taken in here, thrown up the floor. Jalen Manning in a foot race goes up and scores with the left, and the run continues for the Wichita South Titans. Brax Fisher working the ball back around, kicking out here, pump fake for Ian Crump. Crump back to Fisher, they'll reset with 30 seconds to go. Inside to Timbrook. Timbrook gives it back up. This is Hargrave, steps in for a floater and knocks it down. That'll end the scoring drought. It'll also give Wichita South a chance, if they so choose, to take the final shot here, as Jonathan Howard saves the ball off the foot of fellow number 4 Keaton Hargrave. Final 13.5 seconds. Abilene with a chance to defend the inbound. Ball's going to be poked and stolen away momentarily, but they will get it right back here. Jalen Manning chucks it to the corner. Huerta has it, pump fakes, wants to go baseline, kicks it back out. This finds Ransom. Time down to 2, down to 1. Whistle and a foul going to be called here. That's going on Ian Crump. For Crump, it is his 2nd. And 1.7 seconds to get a shot up here. You would think Cameron Watkins would be the likely target. See if they try to lob it up to him here. He's standing pretty unchecked right now on the baseline. They do get it up to him here. 3 Cowboys go up in the air. But a foul's going to be called, and I believe we're going to have free throws. That's on Keaton Hargrave, and we've got free throws before the break. So a chance now for 6'8" Cameron Watkins to take 2 and try to put his team up by even more, but Sometimes the big fellas struggle at the charity stripe. That one, not particularly close. Second free throw, also no good. So an 0 for 2 trip. All that does is put a foul on the marker of Keaton Hargrave. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Abilene hanging around, but down by 11. It's been a good quarter here and a good second half for Wichita South. Again, they have the lead going into the break here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tire. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at salinapaintballcomplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
Welcome back in here to Maybe Arena as we go to the fourth and final quarter. Titans in the driver's seat, up big in this one, 40-29. And I know 11 points, it's certainly not insurmountable, especially not with the offensive firepower that Abilene packs. But Abilene has not been able to solve this zone. Just 8 points in the whole third quarter. And just not up to their usual output. This team averages 63 points a game. And an offensive foul away from the basketball is going to take another 3 for Zach Miller off the board. Abilene back on it here on the defensive end. Ball swung around, back to the top. Kendall Ransom has it. Ransom will pull the ball out. Try to make something happen from the corner, but again, his team, I would imagine, not going to be in any kind of a massive hurry. They've been doing a good job of settling in and finding good shots. Aggressive drive. You hear everybody from the entirety of Dickinson County calling for a travel. Probably should have been called on that occasion, but it leads to a stick back there for Parker Hargrave. And Abilene finds themselves down by more than they have been all game. Kick out here to Timbrook. He's been dry from deep. That will solve the issue. Stockton Timbrook drills the tray. We're back to a 10-point ball game, and now it's going to be stripped for a moment. And a foul's going to be called on Brax Fisher. And this crowd is ready to explode, I'll tell you. You can hear from directly behind the scorer's table. There's discontent, and then there's this. Wichita South back on the basketball, back up the floor here. It's going to be turned over, and a foul going to be called, and that's on Parker Hargrave. That is his 4th. Hargrave not happy about it. He'll have to check out. That's a huge foul for Abilene to have Hargrave off the floor now. They may be able to solve that zone just a little bit. Brax Fisher going to take the ball in here. Abilene, this is their best chance to get back in it with Hargrave on the bench with 4 fouls. They get it in here to Holloway. Immediately Hargrave off the floor. Holloway goes up. He'll be fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that is the 4th foul on Jackson Howard. So all of a sudden, 2 players in real foul trouble. Wonder if Howard's going to get checked out here or if they'll risk leaving him in. First free throw on the way and good for Tyler Holloway. Second free throw is good. And Abilene, with that, is back within 8. Keep an eye on it. It's not enough to call it a run just yet, but Hargrave off the floor, 2-0 the score ever since. Here's the ball thrown all the way up the floor. It'll be hauled in by Jalen Manning. He will shovel it out, and Wichita South will reset. And again, would not be surprised in the slightest if we see them slow the pace and try to milk some of this clock here. Abilene, for the most part, they've done a good job all season long of playing good, tight defense and forcing turnovers without fouling too much. They've got to be careful, as always, as they've got the ball back on the outside. Jackson Howard on the left wing, looking to dump this off into the high post. Finds Jonathan Howard. Howard pulls it out, and again, Wichita South in no hurry. No surprise about that. Still trying to milk down some of this clock. Driving the paint, swinging around, back to the top, and they'll reset once again. Now a double team, a trap, a Huerta floater. That's off the mark. Huerta, though, gets his own miss and then drops it back in the cup to restore the 10-point lead. Brax Fisher back on the basketball, kicks this into the corner, another 3 flies, and Zach Miller buries the tray. Abilene right now trading 3s for 2s, but little by little they're whittling down this lead, and they've got it back within 7. Shovel pass back on the outside, finds Jonathan Howard. He curls around, goes up and under, and lays it in to get it back to 9. Abilene starting to run short on time. Final 5 minutes of this ball game, and they lose a ball off of the back of the backboard there. So it's a costly turnover on the Cowboys, and we'll see if Wichita South can capitalize. They've been doing this an awful lot. They'll throw it all the way up the floor again. It's out of bounds. Last touched off the poke there by Tegan Funston. Titans get the ball in. They do so to Jalen Manning. He takes it in between the circles, fires it out to Huerta. Thought about a 3, turned it down. Again, I think priority number 1 for the Titans. No contested looks, melt the clock, and try to punch their ticket to the championship game tomorrow to face the Andover Trojans. Andover found themselves in both championship games. Both their boys and girls won earlier today. And here, a turnover is going to give the ball back to Abilene. Abilene will walk the ball back up the floor here. Brax Fisher hands it off. They'll get it back out. 3-pointer flies from the corner. Yes, sir. Keaton Hargrave has made this a 6-point game. Don't count the Cowboys out just yet. 4:07 left to go. They got to find a way to get a stop, though. Their offense has come alive. Their defense has struggled, and 2 free throws going to come here for Jonathan Howard. And that's been the thing right now. They went from not being able to figure it out on the offensive end to now not being able to get a stop on the defensive end.
At the line for the Titans, number 4, Jonathan Howard.
First free throw on the way and good for Jonathan Howard. Second free throw, in and out, no good, but an offensive rebound by Huerta. He puts it back up, that's no good. Third chance opportunity will finally fall, and he can't give him that many looks at it. Sooner or later, one of them's going to drop it in. Back to a 9-point lead here for Wichita South. Abilene again, short on time, and the ball poked out of bounds. We'll stay here with Abilene. Hargrave had it poked out from behind him. Abilene still trying to get the ball in. They got to get this in fast. They're going to hit a 5-second count sooner or later. And it's going to be deflected out of bounds. I think the intended target of that pass was supposed to be Zach Miller, but Timbrook coming across the lane jumped up and tipped it out of bounds. And now Wichita South with a chance to restore the double-digit lead. 3:33 left to go in the game. Ball back here to Jalen Manning. Manning wants to fire this into the corner. But again, Wichita South, they're not going to force anything. It's poked away from behind. Timbrook able to get the poke. A sub will be made. Weston Rock returns to the floor. He'll replace Keaton Hargrave. And oh boys, easy bucket. And they're going to say and one. Jalen Manning slipped into the backcourt completely untouched. And the foul's going to be called on Zach Miller. And one coming for Jalen Manning. Still 3:17 left to go, but a chance to make it a 12-point game. And Abilene just looks out of gas. Free throw on the way. That's good. And it is, in fact, a 12-point game. 52-40 our new score. If Abilene's going to get something done here, it's going to have to be fast. It's going to have to be now. Fisher works off a ball screen, fires it back around to Crump. Crump, a drive, and a foul will send him to the line. Big thing right now for Abilene. Again, you can score all the points you want, but if you don't get any stops, it's all for nothing. I realize that's the most Captain Obvious color commentary you're going to hear out of me all season, but it's true. We haven't seen Abilene come away with a stop in the last 5 to 6 possessions. And whether they've presented field goals or not is irrelevant. They've sent a number of Titans to the free throw line. It's been their undoing here in the fourth quarter. First free throw, no good here. Another one coming for Crump. And he gets that one. Timeout called. Eric Grafey wants to take a moment and talk it over. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Back with more when we return in semifinal SIT coverage, and it's presented by our friends at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Ram Black Friday sales event is your chance to save big all month long. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors in Salina. Get 10% off MSRP on 23 Ram 1500 models. That's a discount of up to $13,000 off. On the heavier side, get up to $15,000 off a 23 Ram 2500. Shop everything Ram and find your new truck at the Black Friday sales event at Marshall Motors in Salina and online at marshallmotor.com. The Jeep Black Friday sales event is your chance to save big all month long. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors in Salina. Take 10% off MSRP on the 23 Grand Cherokee. That's $9,500 off. If it's a Jeep Gladiator you've been looking at, now you can get up to $14,000 off a new Jeep Gladiator Sport. Shop everything Jeep, new and pre-owned. Save big at the Black Friday sales event at Marshall Motors in Salina and online at marshallmotor.com.
Welcome back here at Maybe Arena for the final 3 minutes and 2 seconds of this semifinal matchup between Wichita South and Abilene. The Cowboys trail it by 11 and went from a series where they just couldn't seem to get it rolling offensively to now they're getting buckets, but committing a lot of fouls and not making much of it on the other end as they'll commit another foul here. That is the 4th team foul on Abilene. It is the 3rd personal on Ian Crump. And it's a side out inbound here as the Titans are able to get it in, but we got players all over the floor. Jump ball's going to be the call. It stays with Wichita South. Crowd's not getting any more content as the night goes on. And that was one of those that I do kind of agree with them. I will say, for the most part, the officiating has been all right tonight, but that was probably a travel, regardless of which side that you support. 52-41, a wet spot on the floor. And oh, how about that? Kudos to the head coach of the Titans for going out there and taking care of it himself. Remains an 11-point Titan lead. They're looking to extend it here. At no point have they brought Parker Hargrave back on the floor. He checked out with those 4 fouls. They have left him off the floor. As another aggressive drive to the rack and a righty lay-in for Jalen Manning will make it a 13-point lead. And Wichita South can taste it now. Trying to put the finishing touches on this one and punch their ticket to the championship game. Stockton Timbrook comes back with a 3-point answer of his own. It's an 11-point game, but the ball thrown back up the floor. Manning slips through. He will give it up, and it's going to be laid in here in transition by Gabriel Huerta. 12-point lead. Wichita South, 2:10 left to go. Aggressive drive here late. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound pulled in. This is Kendrell Ransom. They'll get it up the floor. A no-look dish and an easy lay-in for Huerta. And boy, I'll tell you what, it just looks like Abilene has lost their will to fight here late in this game. Not a lot of effort on the defensive end, at least not in transition. Timbrook back on it. Crump fires an off-balance 3. The bank is open. Timeout Abilene. They want to talk it over. They're still far from out of this game, but I will continue to sound like a broken record until something changes. They got to find a way to get a stop or two if they're going to find their way back in this game. 1:45 left to go. 58-47 remaining. We'll step away. Back with more when we return here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
It's the holidays, the most glorious time.
It's the holidays.
The Jeep Black Friday sales event is your chance to save big all month long. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors in Salina. Take 10% off MSRP on the 23 Grand Cherokee. That's $9,500 off. If it's a Jeep Gladiator you've been looking at, now you can get up to $14,000 off a new Jeep Gladiator Sport. Shop everything Jeep, new and pre-owned. Save big at the Black Friday sales event at Marshall Motors in Salina and online at marshallmotor.com.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back in here for the final minute 44, speeding up the floor a little dipsy-do, dump off underneath, and a foul's going to be called here as Wichita South has really turned up the tempo. We didn't see them play with this much pace in the first half, but I've been really impressed with the halftime adjustments that head coach Chuck Gunter has made. This is a team that couldn't really sort it out on the offensive or defensive end. They did lead at half, but Abilene at times looked like the better team. Wichita South, though, they came back out, they made some adjustments, and they have simply looked like the better squad here in the second half. And for that, they lead by 12 with 1:49 left to go and a chance to make this a 4-possession game as Jackson Howard sinks the second. Weston Rock back up the floor. Into the hands of Timbrook. Those two playing a game of catch. Crump off a ball screen. Fires a 3. Knocks it down. It's another tray here for the Cowboys. Again, they have really turned up the tempo offensively, but they've been giving up a whole lot on the other end. And, well, right on cue, an easy lay-in for Gabriel Huerta. He's got 17 points now. Abilene looking to get back up the floor again. They will dump it off. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch there by Jonathan Howard. A couple of big players. Howard has had his average 16 points a game. He's got 16 tonight. But 17 points in this game out of Gabriel Huerta. As Abilene will get the ball back in. They'll swing it around to Weston Rock. Final minute of this ball game. And an easy lay-in underneath there for Brax Fisher. Timeout called, a 30-second timeout taken here by Eric Grafey. Will step away and take it as well. Back with more when we return. Final minute of this game here on the Salina Post Sports Network, and it's brought to you, as always, by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in, perhaps one final time. Tyler Henry alongside you, Nathan King on camera duties. Tyler Marpus, our master statistician, in the house tonight. And another long outlet pass will find Jalen Manning, who's going to get fouled right out of the gate here, this time by Ian Crump. And that'll be the fourth on Crump in this one. It sends Manning back to the line. And a chance for Manning to extend this 10-point lead to 12 as the Titans lead it 62-52. First free throw rattles around and out. Again, this is the final game of day 2 here of the Salina Invitational Tournament. As the free throw goes down for Manning, he gets them both. Long outlet pass the other way, finds Crump. And Crump's going to have his pocket picked here as Wichita South will bring the ball back up the floor here with Manning, and Manning is fouled, this time by Keaton Hargrave, and he'll go back to the line once again. Chance to put this game on ice for good if he can make it a 4-possession game.
Keaton Hargrave, his third personal foul. At the line for the Titans, number 3, Jalen Manning.
8 points already tonight for Jalen Manning. He averages just 5, a chance to double that with 10 if he can knock down the second free throw after he gets the first. Second free throw, also good. 44 seconds remaining in the ball game. Abilene brings the ball back up the floor. Tim Brook will fire a deep three-pointer. That was ambitious. And it's out of bounds, Wichita South basketball. And again, left all alone. This time Jackson Howard, who will throw it down. That's going to be the exclamation point on this one, as nobody picked him up. Hargrave, pump fake, sidestep, fires a three and answers, but it's too little too late as the Cowboys still trail by 12 with 24 seconds to go. Big old grin on the face of Jackson Howard, who comes to the bench after throwing down the dunk. Wichita South looking to get this in. They will do so here to Kendrell Ransom, and Abilene wanting to stretch this out to the bitter end. Will foul him and send him back to the line, but this one just about wrapped up. And it looks like on the winner's side of the bracket, this Wichita South team, the 6A squad, will take on the other biggest team at this tournament in 5A Andover for the championship round. First free throw, up and in. Second free throw for Ransom, in and out, no good. Rebounding foul, I believe, on Wichita South. It's going to be the first foul on Sloan Barnes as we approach the 9:30 hour. Abilene takes it up here. Kicking out for a Tim Brook three. That's off the mark. Rebound Crump. Back out to Tim Brook. Pump fake, sidestep. Back to Crump. A three straightaway distance. He got it. Clock continues to run here. Abilene forces a turnover here, I believe. Tim Brook's going to get to 15 tonight. Abilene's made 8 threes here in the fourth quarter, but yeah, just too little too late. As this goes out of bounds, and the Cowboys will have a chance to throw it in with 1.1 second remaining in a 9-point game. Motioning for one of the players on Wichita South to get down. Either way, a three at the horn, and well, why not? Keaton Hargrave will knock down the three, but that will bring us to the end of this one. And when